So Marvel Rivals is causing an absolute meltdown, and it is actually insane. So first, this is an article, and it's titled "Marvel Rivals has too many heroes for its own good," and we're just going to go through it real quick. Crazy up here, we look at Marvel Rivals hero roster future oversaturated. I'll take, bro. What are you talking about? But this is such an insane article. It shows the problem with Western media, game companies, and with game journalists as a whole. It's so bad. So we're just going to read this real quick. I'm going to give my thoughts on a couple of things. I've done this a couple times, but I've messed the audio up. So we're just going to go through it, and I don't want it to be too long. I want it to be short and sweet. So let's jump into it. So Marvel Rivals has arrived with one hell of an impact, but as the dust clears, some of its obvious flaws are now plain to see. The lack of role queue is one major omission, and it already making effective team play an impossibility with strangers unless you want to switch to Vanguard or strategist of your own accord to salvage an ailing match you'll end up losing. Let's look at this real quick. Some of its obvious flaws are now plain to see. Plural flaws. Many. You've named one. Role queue might be needed for ranked. For quick match, it's not. Simple as that. It is an issue. It is something that if the company wants to put it in, they can. They can't. In ranked, I believe, yes, it is an issue. In quick play, I do not believe it is an issue because there is a fundamental difference, and I'll say this fucking once. Competitive is competitive. That's where we take the tryhards, the people that want to do really well. That ideally, that's where they go, right? Within the community of Marvel Rivals. We then have quick play, and that's where people play for fun. Quick play is fun play. That's why it's called quick play. They should just change it to fun play. And you've also got like the arcade, which is like super fun play, or like the event and future events. Super fun play. Silly, bro. Silly. So this is a problem in Overwatch 2, but role queue has made it easier to form teams. You know, have a decent chance of winning if you work together. No Limits asks you to throw this. No Limits is the company, I believe, behind Marvel Rivals. I'm not sure. Has asked you to throw this aside for some chaotic fun where merging victorious doesn't matter. Yeah, man, it's a game. Having fun is the main priority for most people. Most people, 90% of the population that play games, I honestly believe it's fundamentally about having fun. Now, I'm somebody who takes gaming very, very seriously. I take trophy hunting very, very seriously. I love being very, very good at games, but at the end of the day, my number one priority when it comes to gaming is to have fun. Everything else is second. So yeah, man. That's not a negative. Having fun isn't negative. You know, playing games shouldn't be a second job. It shouldn't be a chore. It should be a way to relieve stress from the fucking everyday monotony of life, bro. Come on. But in Marvel Rivals, there is only one way to play, so it's impossible not to criticize. Right now, I've spent games playing support out of obligation, preventing me from trying other heroes. There's no obligation, dude. Obligation's role queue when you're forced to play a role. There's no role queue. You're not obligated to do anything. You can play whatever you want, do whatever you want. Now, this is the first part of this article where basically it's complaining about role queue. It gets more interesting. So it depends. Let me know what you think about role queue down in the comments. My belief, I'll say it here: introduce it for competitive, leave it out of quick play, and let people try and work together. Man, let six strangers try and work together. Let's try and get people to problem solve within their lives because it's done for them too much now. People need to learn conflict resolution and not blaming others. Like eventually, people will just get it, and you won't need role queue. Like that's the way it will go. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we do need it, but let's see. Let's see. Eventually, people are going to be like, "Oh yeah, man. Well, no one's playing Vanguard this game. Oh fuck, I'll play Vanguard." Like, I think it's a way to once you get through the toxicity of it, it will build a positive community. I think the same thing's possible within competitive. However, I think within competitive, you need stricter rules because it is a competitive sort of thing. NetEase has created a hero shooter using one of the biggest licenses in the world in a free-to-play format where people will jump in to play fun as their favorite heroes without restrictions. Why is this frame so negative? Is this coming across negative? That whole thing's awesome. Yeah, man. Marvel, one of the most popular fucking franchises in the world, has a cool game, and it's free. That's sick. They don't care about people playing them well or to learn their abilities or the role they fulfill. The goal is to look as cool as you can in the shortest amount of time, a power fantasy that sadly isn't possible in a game that demands mechanical knowledge like this. It only demands that if you want it to demand that. If you want the game to demand mechanical techniques and mechanical knowledge from you, then it demands that from you. If you want to have fun, it doesn't. It doesn't, man. You can just jump in as Scarlet Witch and run at people with her soul-sucking thing and just suck the souls out of them and have fun, and then go scream whatever she screams and then blow up. Or you can, play as a sword chick and just run at people and smash them with a sword. Like, it's fun. There's no obligation. This is obligation put onto people through your worldview. This is not obligation. People don't feel this. I don't feel this. I'm not obligated to do anything. It's a game. It's fun. It's quick play. Have fun, dude. It's arcade. Have fun, dude. There's no obligation to do this. You're not obligated to learn a goddamn thing. You're not obligated to sit down and learn all the ins and outs of Groot and the character you play and what's good and what's bad and what's meta and what's not. You're not obligated, man. Like, really, you should only care about having fun and playing the game. That's my opinion. Then they go on to say, you can pull that off in single-player experiences like Batman or Arkham Asylum, but in those games there's no expectation to perform alongside a team. Why are we comparing two type of games that are completely different? You can't compare an online hero shooter to a single-player game like Spider-Man or Batman, and you can do cool shit in both, so it's a null point in my opinion. The only thing you're competing for is your own gratification, and then it goes, Marvel Rivals is different. No, it's not. You're competing for your own gratification. You're competing to have fun. Like, you're competing to feel like you can turn off the little chat box down the bottom when people are calling you trash, and you can not turn on your mic, and you can mute mics, and you can just play for fun and have a good old time and be oblivious to what anybody's saying and just have a blast. You're not competing for anything else apart from having fun. This is not the worst take in this article. It gets much worse. There's a really bad take. This is just, this is all subjective to what people think. I just disagree heavily. So Marvel Rivals is different, and it makes a game look this incredible and feel so good to play, have a skill ceiling that ruins much of its power fantasy from the onset. There is literally a skill ceiling if you want there to be a skill ceiling, in the sense that, like, yes, there is a skill ceiling, but also you can just play like characters that are super, super easy, like very low skill, and compete with people that are much better than you if they're playing higher skill characters. Come on, man. This seems silly to me. There is a skill ceiling, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter unless you're super into the competitive side of it. Those who play for the aesthetic only to realize that will be required of them and will walk away immediately, but maybe they wouldn't have to if Marvel Rivals was somewhat more mediated with its rollouts. Okay, let's analyze this in two parts, alright? So once again, talking about the fact that it, like, regular people can't jump in and have fun. I guarantee there's like regular 12-year-olds that are jumping in and going, oh, I love Captain America, let me go bash people with his shield, and are just having a blast and do not care about a skill ceiling. That is an optional thing if you want to become really, really good. Like, if you're playing a game like Marvel Rivals, which fundamentally you can just have a great fun playing as your favorite superhero and doing cool little fun things. Like, it's completely different. But this is where the brain dead take comes in, and this is where the Western media and sort of the Western gaming companies it shows their sinister side, in my opinion. But maybe they wouldn't have if Marvel Rivals was somewhat more mediated in its rollout. From day one, it was absolutely stuffed with content. Oh no. Oh my god. Marvel Rivals from day one was stuffed with content in a gaming hemisphere, I suppose you could use, in the gaming sphere, where AAA titles are released and they're not even finished. A game has dared to release stuffed with content? How dare it? How dare it? What does this take, dude? It gets worse. Even during the beta period, the roster was stacked with a staggering number of playable heroes and villains to choose from. Okay, that's good. So there was plenty of content even in its beta. Awesome. Why is this framed in a complaint? In the lead up to its full launch, more additions were confirmed for the roster, and it was coming to full launch, and they added more content. And they didn't even make anybody pay for it. How dare they? Making it hard to determine who I'd main and if I'd even have enough time to learn the ins and outs before release. What are you talking about? Main whoever the heck. Like, if you can't decide out of 33 characters who you want to play, something's wrong with you. Just pick somebody you like, okay? How I picked my character, I was looking for Black Widow, accidentally clicked on Psylocke, locked that in. Didn't want to let team down because it was my first hero shooter. Played Psylocke, turned out she was great. Just pick one, man. Roll a dice. Flip a coin. Pick a character, play it. They're all fun. They've all got their own ups and downs, man. I play the second worst character in the game. Storm's about to get buffed. I'm about to be playing the worst character in the game. I still have crazy fun with her, dude. Oh my god. And this is the thing. I wouldn't even have enough time to learn the ins and outs before release, so I wouldn't have a hand up on. This is coming from a super competitive person, clearly. I won't have a hand up on everybody else. I won't be better than everybody else. Turns out I didn't have time to learn all the ins and outs of the characters so I could beat all the new people in the game. And now the sheer act of playing Marvel Rivals is daunting. No, it's not. Is it daunting because you don't have a head start on people? Come on, man. It's not daunting. Is it daunting because you can't make a decision on who you want to play? It's not daunting, dude. You just suffer from indecision or the competitive need to feel better than everybody else. And there's a mode in Marvel Rivals for you called competitive in which you can play. And you can satisfy that need by climbing the ranks and being better. And then when you rank up and it says you're better than 96% of the players that play this game, you can do that. It's there for you. I found myself comparing it unfavorably to Overwatch. You're like one of the 3 people that do that. Overwatch is, don't think it's gonna be around much longer, not unless it really fixes itself. So we continue here. Overwatch launched with 21 heroes, while Marvel stepped out of the gate with 33, just 11 shy of how many Overwatch has now. Oh no, Marvel Rivals nearly has as many characters as Overwatch, and my favourite game, Overwatch, isn't no one's gonna want to play it. Meh. Shut up. And it's original, and it isn't an original universe. It isn't even original. It's Marvel. It's not even original. Guys, it's not even original. What the fuck are you talking about? It has decades of media to draw from when it comes to its roster. Oh no. Oh no. But that means there's less potential for future editions. How big is the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Some Marvel nerds tell me. Personally, I'm a DC guy. I like DC. But Marvel, I know DC's huge. Marvel's, I think, bigger. There is so many characters. There is thousands. Overwatch only has 44. There is thousands of possible characters that you could make from Marvel. So this is not a downside. But that also means this is crazy. This is where it gets really crazy. But it also means there's less potential for future editions. No, there's not. No, there's not. That's just factually, like, I guess in the grand scheme of things, yes, because Overwatch you can continuously. Eventually, with Marvel Rivals, you would run out of people. But then, what you can do is you can have crossover events and have like 2B join the team, have Halo Master Chief join the team. You can do crossover events, and people would probably love that. People would probably love to see Master Chief in a 6v6 shooter beating the shit out of Captain America. I'm not saying it's going to go that route, but the thing is, like, there's endless opportunities for stuff. Like, it's, it might be silly, it might not be. And this is the craziest complaint, and some of its biggest names can't be capitalized on because they haven't been here for the entire time. Sorry. What she's saying here is, well, they can't make tons of money off selling Iron Man because they've had Iron Man free from release. This is such an L take. Why isn't this Chinese company bending you over and taking you to town? Why isn't it taking your wallet and taking all the money out of it? It's giving you Iron Man, it's giving you Spider-Man, it's giving you Venom, it's giving you all these freebies, all these great characters for free, and it is unacceptable. Come on, man. What are we doing? So for the first few years of existence, Overwatch turned each new hero into a legitimate event. This is another thing that's so fucking stupid, right? God, this article's so dumb. You would follow each update with a tense and fervent anticipation, waiting to find out what role they might fulfill and what exactly might look like. We're going to have that exact same thing with the new heroes that are being made. The Fantastic Four are coming. It's going to be cool. I'm excited to look at them and play them and see them. And if you're worried about events, again, a character doesn't have to be new to have an event attached to it, man. You can have Iron Man events, you can have Hulk events, you can have Captain America events. We have Jeff the Landshark events going on at the moment. Think about that. This is complaining about the fact that all the biggest names within sort of the Marvel universe, such as like Thor and Iron Man and Spider-Man and all that, all of them, they've already been released for the game. So, they're not going to release any other cool characters. Jeff the Landshark has a 54% pick rate. He's new. Who knew about Jeff the Landshark before Marvel Rivals? Come on, it's almost like there's tons of other characters there that have potential to gain massive followings from just being released in Marvel Rivals. So this is the last part. I don't understand this, that won't happen when Rivals adds Sentry. Is Sentry a superhero? I don't know. Every new hero was unexpected, but for Rivals, it feels like we already have to temper our expectations after NetEase jumped the gun on the A-listers. Yeah, okay, so maybe they're going to release heroes like Jeff the Landshark that are going to be massively popular and people are going to love, dude. People hate Jeff, but people love Jeff. I love Jeff, man. I think he's cool. So here we got, I could be proven wrong, but right now, not very excited about new heroes. This is such a stupid take because fundamentally it's saying, like, I'm not excited because Iron Man's already in the game and I don't have to look forward to Iron Man coming to the game. But rather than going, hey, I'm super happy that Iron Man's already in the game and I get to play him. This is such a degenerate take. I can't stand this because it's like, wouldn't it be better if Iron Man wasn't there for you to play? No, it wouldn't. But then you'd be able to look forward to playing Iron Man. Or I could go and play Iron Man right now. So what? So Marvel Rivals, we're already dealing with an excessive roster. That's not a problem, man. That's not a problem. Having too much choice in a game is not a problem. Having too much content is not a problem. This is maybe a problem for Western companies that don't have any fucking content or substance in their game, but it's not an actual problem for a gamer. Marvel Rivals is a huge gaming W for gamers, for people that will like play games, for people that want a hero shooter. It's a huge W. So stop trying to frame it as a negative, because it's not. There is no moderation and a desire to give players a temporary power fantasy instead of easing them into things. This will only hurt the game in the long run, and feeling that way right now isn't a good sign. Man, that was stupid, huh? That's what we call a subtard, huh? That was some of the dumbest takes I think I've ever read. Yeah, trying to frame this in such a fashion to make it seem like having content in your game is a bad thing is such an outrageous thing to do, and that's why this article is fucking hilarious, because that's exactly what it tries to do. Anyway, like, subscribe, do all that good shit. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know what you think of the format. I don't know how I'm going to format this yet, but let me know what you think. Let me know what you think I could do better. All that good shit. Like, subscribe if you want. If not, I still hope you have a good day. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down below regarding Marvel Rivals having too much content. Do you think Marvel Rivals has too much content? Do you think that we should beg this company to remove Spider-Man, Iron Man, Venom, take them from the game? Take them from the game and release them later for $50 so we can look forward to spending our money. You let me know what you think. Have a good one. Cheers.